Hello, everybody. Today it's the second installment of the recent Vice Presidential Losers Spinner Battle. It's great to see everybody in the comments that enjoys this random distraction, and hopefully your pick makes it deep into this battle. However, if you saw the first round, and hopefully you did, you'll know that the first one to fail was Dan Quayle. So now everybody moves down one number and we do it all over again. So the spinner is eyeing one of these 11 to eliminate today. I'm excited to find out who it is. Who needs the casino when you've got the spinner ready to go? So let's get into it. We're going to start in Alaska, 3 electoral votes. You can see it right there. Here comes the first spin. Who's going to get us started? Number 6. That is going to be John Edwards, running mate of John Kerry and loser of the 2004 election. The next spin is for Hawaii. 4 votes. Number 4. That is Jack Kemp. That was Bob Dole's running mate in 96. Now let's do the Evergreen State, Washington. They've got a good chunk of votes, 12 of them. And that is number 5. That's going to be Joe Lieberman. He was the victim in the 2000 election with Al Gore. Next state, Oregon, 8 electoral votes on the table. Number 6, that's going to go back to Edwards. Next, it's California. Massive ton of votes here, but it actually is not any one of their home states. Let's find out who's probably going to have a free pass to the next round. Here it is. That's number 9. That is Tim Kaine. Kaine lost it in 2016, but he's looking good for the next round. The next state is Nevada. They've got 6 votes. And we're going to give him the number 6. That's going to be John Edwards, already with 3 states. Idaho is next, 4 votes. Here's the spin. 6 again. John Edwards has the majority of states so far. He's got 4 of them, and he's at 21. Still well behind Tim Kaine. Next, it's Utah. 6 EVs. Who's going to get them? Number 7. That is Sarah Palin, former governor of Alaska. Let's do Arizona. 11 votes. Number 10. It's going to be MP Mike Pence. So Pence on the map, that takes us to Montana. There's another 4 votes waiting here. And they're going to number 1. That is WM Walter Mondale. Next, it's Wyoming. Another 3 votes. Number 2, that is going to be GF. Geraldine Ferraro makes her first appearance here in the second round. Colorado is the next spin. They've got 10 votes. Number 2, back-to-back for Ferraro. That puts her into double digits. The next state is New Mexico. They've got half the electoral votes. There's 5 of them. That's number 8. It's going to be Paul Ryan with his first state. Ryan had a great first round. Now we head up to the Dakotas. North is first. That's the Peace Garden state. And it's going to number 8. That's going to be back-to-back states for Paul Ryan. How about South Dakota? Can Paul Ryan somehow go 3 in a row? No, that's 11. That's the highest number. That is TW, Tim Walz, the most recent loser. Everybody in now except number 3, Lloyd Benson. The next state is Nebraska at large. 2 EVs. Number 5, it's going to Lieberman. How about Nebraska's first? A lone electoral vote coming to number 6, John Edwards. Nebraska's second is next. And that is number 5. That's going to go right back to Lieberman. How about Nebraska's third? This will close out Nebraska, and it's going to be number 2, Geraldine Ferraro. Next, it's the Sunflower State, Kansas. 6 votes. Number 3, Lloyd Benson has his very first state, and he's on the board with 6. The next state is OK. It's Oklahoma. 7 electoral votes, and they're going to be claimed by number 3, Lloyd Benson, back-to-back. So Benson, a slow starter in this round, but he is far from the bottom. And next up, it's actually his home state. We've got Texas. A lot of votes here that the spinner is about to give out. Let's do the spin. That is number 1, Walter Mondale. Mondale fans going to be happy about that one. He's now in second place. And next, it's actually Mondale's home state of Minnesota. Also, Tim Walz, governor of this state. Here comes the spin. It's going to go to neither of them. It's going to be claimed by Joe Lieberman. The next spin is Iowa. The Hawkeye state has 6 EVs. And they're going to number 10. That is Mike Pence. Next, Missouri. 10 votes. Who's going to swipe them? 11, Tim Walz with his second state. Next, Arkansas. 6 more on the table. Coming to number 1, Walter Mondale. He's at 50 and just behind Tim Kaine with 54. Louisiana is the next spin, down in the Gulf. And the spinner lands on number 8. That's Paul Ryan. And coincidentally, the next state is Paul Ryan's home state of Wisconsin. Let's do the spin. Here it is. That's a 10, and that is going to go to Mike Pence. Next, Illinois, 19 more votes. It's a lot of votes coming to Joe Lieberman. Number 5, Michigan's next. Here's the spin, 15 votes. Right on the line, but it's number 1. It's Walter Mondale, and now Mondale is in first place. Let's do Indiana, home state of Mike Pence. We can also wave to Dan Quayle while we're here. And it's number 1 again for Walter Mondale. The next spin is going to be Kentucky. Another 8 votes are going to be going to number 9, Tim Kaine with his second state. How about Tennessee? They've got 11. Who wants them? Number 10, Mike Pence. Next, Mississippi. 6 votes. Number 7, haven't seen that number too often, but that's going to be Sarah Palin. Next door, we can go to Alabama. 9 more votes are coming to number 6, John Edwards. How about Florida? 30 votes here. Huge spin. Number 3, that is Lloyd Benson. So at this point, let's see where we're at. We've got Jack Kemp on the bottom with just 4. Second from the bottom is Sarah Palin with 12. Lots of time left on the East Coast. Let's go north to Georgia. 16 more votes. And that's number 4, Jack Kemp. He was on the bottom. Not anymore. Now it's going to be Sarah Palin with 12. I think we're ready to spin for South Carolina. 9 votes. 2, Geraldine Ferraro. North Carolina is next. 16 in the Tar Heel state. Also, the home state of John Edwards. But it's number 1, Walter Mondale. Now we can skip up to Ohio. 17 more votes. That's going to be helpful for number 8, Paul Ryan. How about West Virginia? That's next door. The Mountain State is going to number 7, Sarah Palin. She's on the bottom, but she's got 4 more, and that takes her ahead of Tim Walz, number 11. Starting to heat up. Let's go to the northeast corner, Maine at large. The Pine Tree State has 2 electoral votes in this spin, and that's number 2. That's going to Ferraro. Now we do Maine's first. And this is again going to go to Ferraro. Can she sweep Maine? Here comes the 2nd district. That's going to go to somebody else. That's number 6, John Edwards. Next door, it's New Hampshire, the Granite State. 4 votes. Number 4, that is Jack Kemp. How about Vermont, the Green Mountain State? 3 electoral votes are going to be snagged by number 5, Joe Lieberman. That takes us to 28 votes waiting in New York. Tim Walz is still on the bottom, followed by Sarah Palin. Numbers 7 and 11 are the ones to watch. Big spin coming up right here. Let's do it. Number 3, that's going to go to Lloyd Benson. He didn't need him, but he's got him. Next, Massachusetts, 11 votes. That is number 10. That's going to be Mike Pence. How about Joe Lieberman's home state of Connecticut? Lucky 7. Number 10 again, back-to-back for Pence. Next door, Rhode Island. The Ocean State has 4 EVs. Right on the line, but look at that, Tim Walz, number 11. That's just enough to barely inch ahead of Sarah Palin by 1. Now Palin, number 7, she's on the bottom. Let's do New Jersey, 14 votes. And the spinner says, number 7, look at that, Sarah Palin strikes back. She picks up 14 more. She's not going out just yet. Tim Walz, again, back on the bottom. Walz got to put up an 11 at some point here. It's not going to be enough on Delaware, only 3 votes. This spin is going to go to number 8, that's Paul Ryan. Next, it's Maryland, 10 votes. The Old Line State is going to be snagged by number 5, Joe Lieberman. That takes us to Washington, D.C. 3 votes. Number 10, that's going to go to Mike Pence. And now we've got Pennsylvania, 19 votes. Tim Walz is going to have to win one of these final 2 spins or he's done. If he does, it's going to be Jack Kemp on the bottom. So all eyes are on number 11. Here's the spin for the Keystone State. That is not going to be an 11 at all. That is a number 7. Back to Sarah Palin. She was in danger just a minute ago, but not at all anymore. So we've reached the final spin of Virginia. If it's an 11, Jack Kemp is out. If it's not an 11, Tim Walz is heading for the exit. Here's the final spin of round 2. Is it an 11? No, it's not. It's a 9. That's going to go to the other Tim, Tim Kaine. And that concludes round 2. We've got the winner. It's Walter Mondale, number 1. He put up a robust 92. Second place is actually going to be Tim Kaine with 75. Third place is Lloyd Benson. He was the last one in on this round, but he finishes in third with 71. On the bottom this time, it's the most recent loser. It's Tim Walz. He got 17 votes. Jack Kemp was second from the bottom with 24. Third from the bottom was Geraldine Ferraro with 26. So Walz falls to the spinner as its second victim. He's going to join Quayle so far as the only other one that was subject to the boot. You never know which number is going to be safe. This time, the high number gets the axe. So a lot of good stuff in the second round, but that's it. So let me know in the comments. Did you have Tim Walz as your pick to go all the way? If you did, plenty of time left to pick somebody else. Are you glad to see Jack Kemp make it to round 3? How about Mondale in first place? What do you think of the rest of this map? Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to help support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.